YouTube, 3D Printed Life here in some pretty harsh light, just showing off a few of my first prints from my 3UP 3D printer running right now, which is the noise you'll hear in the background. Here's the very first print. I started out a little too ambitious, went at 100 millimeters per second, and I noticed it was actually good because I noticed some problems right off the bat. There's a slight rippling as it comes around corners. I apologize, I would take still photos and edit them in, but I mean this camera isn't really all that much better from the video, so I didn't think it'd be worth it. There we go. So yeah, there's a little bit of rippling as it comes around corners, which is really only apparent at over 50 millimeters per second, or over 30 I'd say. So what I'm hoping to do is to print some new parts that I redesigned, so that I can do perimeters at somewhere around 60 millimeters per second safely. Infill can be done at least 100, if not higher, so that won't be a problem at all. And this was before I really did any calibration. The extrusion multiplier was off, the top layer was not set, all that stuff. So it came out pretty nice for being essentially the first print after I did a single wall test on the printer. So not bad at all. And also the shifting here is because I was tightening the belt as it went, so it actually moved the whole thing over a little bit each time. Next, I did a little hollow cube, where you can really see how smooth these walls are when you run it a little bit slower. This was done at 30 millimeters per second, I believe, and really, really nice. There's a very tiny bit of Z-banding, which is really inevitable. It's so hard to avoid that tiny bit. But, I mean, you don't really notice it unless it's something backlit. So, like, here I have the single wall test. When it's backlit, let's see if you can even see that. There, you can see the tiny bit of Z-banding, but really not bad at all. In normal lighting, look at that. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell that there was any banding at all. So really, really impressed with the print quality so far. Also did a little Q*bert thing. Steps came out really nice. The corners are pretty sharp, and the bridging was nice on this guy. Walls are nice. Pretty much each layer is done at a different speed because of the cooling settings. So you can see a nice meshing between the different speeds of the layers. There's not really any huge divider when it changes speed, which is good. I also did a 50 micron test print. Let's see. There's one wall that was pretty good. Here, this wall. I mean, you can't see the lines. Let me try to focus this camera on it. Nope. Come on. There we go. You can see the slight ripples from the edges, but you can't really see the layer lines, which is awesome. This was just really, really impressive for me. This again is 50 microns, 0.05 millimeter layer height, and it was done at a decent speed. I believe the perimeters were like at 40 on this, so that's why there's a slight ripple. And insanely thin, not enough top layers because I didn't change that. But yeah, so really nice. So this is going to be able to do some really nice 50 micron layer prints when things get dialed in a bit more and adjusted. I also did a XYZ nickel test, and this nickel fits really snugly. It's really amazing. The circle is nice and actually a circle in this, whereas in the 2UP it would actually end up being slightly elliptical. No, I don't have any bearings to show you. When I printed the bearing covers and put them on the bearings, you could actually see that the bearing guards were not perfectly circular, because they wouldn't line up just too perfectly with the center of the bearing. But this is a nice, perfect circle. It's snug all the way around. There's no visible light coming from behind it. I mean, yeah, there's a tiny bit, but it's really good, as you can see. Nice snug fit, and that means that your geometry is going to come out extremely accurately, and you're going to be very happy with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to show off some prints so far. I will be spending the next few days redesigning parts and printing them for testing to hopefully improve the print quality at higher speeds even more. So keep an eye out for those videos showing the upgrades, what I've changed, and all that stuff. Also, I've sent out a message to the first 5 domestic US backers inquiring about if they would like to participate in a sort of beta test for the 3UP. I figured rather than waiting until this thing was perfected, which could take upwards of 1 or 2 months. I would send out to those who agreed to it a kit that will be fully functional, just won't be super duper high quality at higher speeds. You'll be able to easily do what I have here. Obviously even better, because these were the only prints I've done so far. So yeah, it would still be really good quality. It's just a matter of printing really good quality at higher speeds, which would come with time. And of course, all the parts will be uploaded to Thingiverse, and if you are a beta tester, you would be notified when new parts are up, so you can print them for yourself and upgrade it. So yeah, that's been sent out to the first 5 domestic backers. I will only be doing 3 printers, so if too many respond, that will happen, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you are liking the quality that you can get so far with the 3-up. Version 1.1 is up on Thingiverse. 1.2 will be coming in another week or 2, and that will be the first production-ready version. So that would be the one I would recommend printing when the time comes. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you later.